Why is it so hard to stop being a people pleaser? Hi, I'm Vassia Sarantopoulou and I'm a licensed psychologist, and I'm here in order to help you and support you in understanding yourself better and protecting your mental health. So today we're going to talk about something which is considered as a nice trait to have, but also a self-sabotaging behavior, people pleasing. Why is it so hard to stop it? And at the same time, why is it not something positive? What turns it into a sabotaging behavior, into something that stops us or gets into our way? First of all, what do we mean with people pleasing? We mean that, of course, we're nice to other people, but also we're giving a lot of our time, a lot of our energy, and our resources to other people. We're giving to that degree that we sometimes forget to take care of ourselves, to think about our own needs and our own priorities. And sometimes we completely forget about ourselves. So you see the spectrum. It can be a nice trait, but it can become also something very draining and very exhausting. And that's why there are many people pleasers that eventually they get burned out or they end up resenting the people that they have been supporting so far because have run out of energy, and at the same time they don't see any appreciation coming back from these people. So why is it then so hard to stop being a people pleaser? First of all, because we're social beings, because we want to be connected. We cannot survive without feeling seen and connected with other people. I always mention that example, and I'm going to say that again here. If you have seen the movie with Tom Hanks, the movie Castaway, the first thing he does when he finds himself on a desert island, he takes a ball, I think it's a volleyball, and he turns it into a human face and he starts talking to it. That's how important it is. We cannot survive without talking to somebody because when we talk and connect, we actually feel that we are seen, we are important. So when we are being people pleasers, we have more chances to connect with other people, or at least this is what we think. We have more chances to be seen, to be valued by other people. So that's why we keep doing it, and that's why it's difficult to stop doing it. Another reason is, and that's very connected to what I said before, when we are people pleasers, when we are supporting others, serving others, we feel useful. That's a great feeling. We feel that we can be of use to somebody else. We feel important. So, how is that a bad thing? How is that a negative thing? Well, it is a negative thing and it makes stopping people pleasing more difficult because if we think that us supporting, helping, caring for others is the only thing that makes us useful and important in their lives. Do you see? The word only makes a difference. There's nothing wrong with being useful to other people. It's amazing. However, if we think that the only thing that adds value to us is the fact that we are caring and giving to other people, then you see why we are depending on this behavior so hard. Another very strong reason is that we very often think that not being people pleasing means that you are selfish, you're not kind, you are mean, you don't care. A very polarized mindset. Either I'm going to give myself out completely, or I am a selfish, mean, not caring person. That's why it's so difficult to stop being people pleaser, because then if I'm not pleasing other people, because if I'm not pleasing or caring about other people, then I am a bad person. And nobody is risking that. Nobody wants to be viewed or perceived as a bad person. You see, the stakes are really high here. That's why it's so difficult to stop that habit. Another very strong reason is if I stop being people pleaser, it means that I will start asking, not only giving, but asking to be taken care of, to be supported. People will see my struggles, people will see my vulnerabilities. And that's not always very comfortable. First of all, because we think that we are going to hurt other people when we will ask something from them, when we will ask their time, their energy, their resources, their support. When we will also say no to them, that's very difficult for a people pleaser. When we will say no to them because we have to take care of ourselves and we don't have the time or the energy, we will disappoint them, we will hurt them, and we don't want to do that. We will also feel guilty. We think, and we do actually, people pleasers do feel very guilty when they say no. So you see, a lot of negative emotions and emotional experiences are accompanying the fact that we stop being people pleasers. And that's another reason why we don't want to go there. Not to mention, of course, that we think that we're going to be a burden. If we ask people to take care of us, then support us. Also, another deeply rooted reason why we don't want to ask to be taken care of from other people is that deep, deep, deep inside us, we believe that we don't deserve that. We believe that we don't deserve their time, their space, their care, and their support. And that's, of course, very sad to hear. But indeed, sometimes we feel that there's no time or space for us. We feel that we don't deserve this time for our feelings and for our priorities and for our needs. Probably this is what we have learned from probably childhood experiences, that there's no time or no space for our feelings, and we should keep it to ourselves and be more open to other people's needs and other people's feelings and priorities. It can be something we learn. And now that I'm talking about something we learn, let's not forget another important reason why it's difficult for us to stop people pleasing: culture. Sometimes it's a behavior that it's being learned from our family, from our culture. And especially if you have been raised in a collectivistic culture where people make decisions together and everybody takes care of other people, and sometimes it's a very important priority how the group, the team, the family is doing, you can imagine how it's difficult to be more selfish or think about yourself and put your priorities first. Last reason, but not a reason of least importance. Sometimes, to an extreme degree, people pleasing can be a sign of a narcissistic behavior of a person with narcissistic traits. How is that connected? Because a narcissist mainly is interested of the image that they project to the other people, to the world outside of them. So by showing this persona of taking care of others, they take care of their image. Sometimes, and I'm talking about the people with the narcissistic traits, those people, they don't really care about others. They do it as long as it serves their own image and the image that they want to convey to the outside world. And that's an extreme degree of people pleasing. And now I'm going to change a little bit what our aim is. Our aim is not to stop you being a people pleaser. Our aim is to lower the people pleasing, to have some time for you there, and to set some priorities according to your values. But that's something that we will discuss in another video. For now, before I leave you, I have a question for you. Do you care as a people pleaser for all people in your life to the same degree? Do you care the same for your child, your partner, your husband, your wife, the same way you care about a stranger, about a distant relative, about a colleague that doesn't even work in the same department for you? Do you care the same? Or is there a difference? Or do you care more and do you make more time and you are more nice and accommodating to a stranger, to a distant relative, to a colleague that is not even on your department than you care about your partner, your child, your family? And you give to these people only breadcrumbs or the last drop of your energy, and you don't even feel happy when you're helping them and supporting and caring for them. They only get the grumpy you, while the first ones that I mentioned, they get the happy, smiley, and cheerful you. That's the question. Do you care for all the people in your life to the same degree? Let me know in the comments. That's going to be an interesting conversation, and a conversation that we will continue in the next video about how to lower people pleasing, how to change people pleasing, and add some personal care there as well. Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for your comments and your questions. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Anti-Loneliness channel, and you're going to see more videos in regards to ways that we can support and protect our mental health, and also ways that we can connect more with ourselves, but also with others. Also, don't forget that there is a course about how to stop self-sabotage in the Anti-Loneliness Academy. And this is the place where you can actually see many, many tools on how you can actually reverse these negative, draining, exhausting behaviors and habits of your life into more balanced and healthy ways of coping, communicating, relating with other people. Thank you very much. Until next time, take good care.